So today you're going to be starting on your Civic Oration, and the first thing you need to do is come up with an outline. When you come up with an outline, it's going to help you focus your writing a little bit better so that you're not just starting out of nowhere. So if you remember, your topic is going to be, what does it mean to be a hero? Now, if you remember when we went over our PowerPoint, we looked at some helpful questions when it came to our topic. Things like, how do you define a hero or heroic behavior? What characteristics do you think define or describe a hero? What are some examples of heroic behavior? Who is your hero or who are your heroes and why are they your heroes? How are heroes depicted in literature and film? Now, you don't have to answer any of these questions. You don't have to answer all of these questions, but you can kind of use them to help guide your writing if you need to. So what you want to do with your Civic Oration outline is you want to go ahead and start putting some of your stuff together. First, you're going to start with your hook. The hook is going to be a short statement, maybe an interesting quote, a fact, a statistic, something that's going to get people interested in reading what you have to say. So one of the things that you can do is you can go online and you might think of, let's see what kind of stuff they have, quotes about hero. A hero is an ordinary individual who finds the strength to persevere and endure in spite of overwhelming obstacles. Well, that sounds pretty good. So I'm going to see who said that. According to this, it was Joseph Campbell. So I might take that and I may copy it and then paste it into my thing so I have it to refer back to later. I may choose to use that as my hook, and then I may go into my thesis statement. So I may choose to focus on one of those questions, or I may choose to focus on numerous questions, but my thesis statement is going to be something that explains my feelings about the topic. And because this is a persuasive speech, you can use I, me, my, that kind of stuff. So I might start something like, many people have different definitions of what it means to be a hero, but I believe that heroes can be ordinary people too. And then I am going to have to find some things that support my thesis statement. So for example, my stepmom overcame breast cancer 3 times. So I might want to talk about that as an example of an ordinary person being a hero. I could talk about, I've had numerous friends and family members get deployed overseas to fight in wars. So I can use that as an example of somebody ordinary being a hero, and come up with a third example of someone being a hero. My grandmother raised 6 children on her own, and each one graduated from college. So that can be just some support that I'm going to use to help out my thesis statement. So then I get into what essentially are going to become my body paragraphs. My thesis support, number 1, stepmom overcame cancer 3 times. For my details, I might talk about, what she did to overcome it. I could mention or explain how that makes her a hero. I might have another detail that I want to throw in, but I'm going to do that same thing for these other thesis statements these other thesis supports that I have as well. Now, some of these you may have to research for, so you might go online and find something to help support your detail. And then in the end, you're going to have your conclusion. You're basically going to restate what your thesis was from above. Make sure you're doing it in different terms so it doesn't sound exactly the same. Then you're going to restate your 3 pieces of support. And again, this is an outline, so you can just list this stuff for now. It doesn't have to be written perfectly or anything like that. You're just putting your ideas together so that when it comes time to write, you have them there available to you. And then you want to end on a powerful note. You want to leave your audience with something to remember that still falls in line with the overall topic of the paper as well. So make sure you do your outline before you start any kind of writing. And remember, you will be graded on it. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask.